Real quick, fastest 3 minutes of this week in indoor football you've ever seen in your entire life. Let me tell you, Ron James out, Larry Hendricks in for Northern Arizona. Beautiful times, right? Beautiful times. Let me tell you, um, Southwest Kansas Storm win the NAL championship on a last second Hail Mary over Salina, and it was beautiful. Every bit of that game was just beautiful till the very end. Michigan upset Minnesota on a Monday night thriller, and Albany's lost two straight. I forgot to mention it last week that Albany lost to Michigan, but now Michigan is in position to be in position. And now the AF1 standings are looking very, very interesting. Now the Michigan Arsenal are right in the mix of things. Same thing with Minnesota, they're still in the mix. Kentucky leads the way, though. You know, in Nashville and Albany. Washington's also in the mix. It's crazy. No, but on a serious note, it's going to be an intriguing race for everybody except for Oceanside and Beaumont for the last couple weeks in the AF1. IFL, Jacksonville's gotten a little bit more of a hissy fit. Cahoon's out, but it's okay. Vegas also has lost again. Just crazy. Very, very crazy stuff. And TAL, you got a couple of 3-1 teams. You got some stuff going on. Arkansas is looking good. Memphis is looking good. And it's gonna be intriguing to see how everything goes. Even the whole, Wheeling TV deal kind of, got into the NAL's hands somehow. MTNR network or something like that. I think it's like a Mountaineer network or something, whatever you call it. But it's a local deal thing. Speaking of Wheeling, the AAL playoffs are now here, right here, ready to go. Wheeling and Columbus, I still think they will be the two teams that will be facing off in the title game. It's going to be Columbus, Mississippi, and then Carolina. Excuse me, not Carolina. Why did I say Carolina? Jersey, Wheeling. I could be getting those two things wrong, but again, regular season's basically pointless. But we all should know who's coming out of this thing with the AAL intact. I think it's going to be Columbus and Wheeling in the championship. There's no doubt in my mind about that. You know, Speaking of the AAL, the AAL2 playoffs are also going on as well. So, keep your eyes on that. That's basically been the fastest 3 minutes this week. I don't really want to go too into detail about everything. The IFL is continuing to do its thing as well. Like I said, Green Bay has clinched the playoff spot. Jacksonville, yes, they lost a couple games, and yes, they've kind of gotten, in a bit of a mix of things, but ultimately the IFL playoffs are coming right around the corner. We're about a month away from playoff time in the IFL. So, the time is ticking, and, there's just no way some of these teams are going to be sitting there just sitting idly. Like the San Antonio Gunslingers and the Tucson Sugar Skulls. And speaking of those Sugar Skulls, they have been on a tear lately. They're fighting, they're itching for a playoff spot. Arizona, is going to have to fight. Vegas is going to have to fight. San Diego going to have to fight to stay on to their positions, out in the East, you never know. Green Bay, Jacksonville, Fishers. It's going to be something. It's going to be something. But at least you're not the Iowa Barnstormers or the Quad City Steamwheelers. I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey, at least the New Mexico Chupacabras, are finally looking decent for once. That's about it for me. That's all I got. Didn't want to, spend like 87 years, doing everything this week. So I was just like, let's just get this in and out in about 3 to 5 minutes. So that'll do it for me. Kind of a slow week for me personally. I don't think I was really in tune with everything. But, it just is what it is. This it's, again, a lot of these races are finally coming towards the end of their cycles, and we're itching. The NAL's done. We're itching to talk playoffs. We're itching to talk, you know, who's getting what. We're itching to continue to say what we want to say. You know, as far as some of these teams are going, and I think we're on a tight spot. We're in a good momentum shift. And it can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. It can't get any worse from here, right? I could be wrong though. We'll see. But yeah, that's basically this week in indoor football in a nutshell. I just do not have as much to say this week as I should. I don't want to go like 77 years and say nothing else. But yeah, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I said it was gonna be the fastest 3 minutes. It turned out to be the fastest 6 minutes.